investing in India for about 30 years. Our investment profile in India has changed over that time. Today we have about $1.7 billion invested in India. Our focus in India is on some of the poorer states, so we tend not to invest in some of the larger, richer states. We look for opportunities to invest in some of the northern states, some of the eastern states where capital is more difficult to attract. We focus on sectors that have significant developmental potential. So those are sectors where they're providing affordable and accessible goods and services to some of the poorer people in the communities. They're sectors which create jobs through investing in companies, helping them grow. We can create jobs. We don't operate businesses ourselves. We're an investor. So that determination of who is the entrepreneur, who is the sponsor, do they have are we confident that they'll be able to execute on the business plan that they're proposing? And importantly, are they aligned with the sort of mission and values of CDC? So investing in a responsible way, focusing on environmental and social and governance issues. So those are the most critical determinants of making an investment decision. We have certain sectors that we focus on. So we focus on areas like financial services, we focus on health, we focus on agriculture, increasingly we're focused on areas like affordable housing. But within those sectors, the biggest challenge that we face is to identify entrepreneurs, sponsors that we can partner with and that we're aligned with. Well, CDC is the UK's development finance institution. We're 100% owned by the Department for International Development. They set the geographic boundaries under which we can invest. So the areas in which CDC invests today are Africa, principally sub-Saharan Africa, and South Asia, by which we mean India and the neighboring countries. So so we start with that. Those are our eligible countries for investment. There are about 7 sectors that we principally focus on, and so we look at those sectors in all of those countries. CDC, we're very proud of the fact that in the middle 1990s, when there actually wasn't much capital, particularly private equity capital available in India, we played a critical role in seeding and cornerstoning many of these funds as they developed. But you're absolutely right that today, 25 years on, there are a lot of different funds doing a lot of different things, some successfully, some not so successfully. CDC's role is not to be the provider of additional capital to organizations that can raise significant, billion-dollar funds. So we tend, our relationship with the fund tends very often to be in the early stage, in the first fund or the second fund. And as they grow and become successful, and as our capital becomes less additional, we tend to step back, and we're constantly looking to find new funds, new organizations emerging to support increasingly sector-based funds. So we this week announced a $50 million investment in Cotec, with Cotec Private Equity in an affordable housing fund, which is going to focus on developments in the poorer states. So we're not a grant maker. So every time we make an investment, we're genuinely a double bottom line investor. Every time we make an investment and consider an investment, we talk in detail about the financial case, and in the same way that any normal mainstream investor would, and we evaluate the management, evaluate the business plan, look at the financial models, discuss the price at which we're going to invest, with a view to making sensible investments that we can make a return on. But at the same time, we spend an equal amount of time thinking about answering the question of what difference is it going to make to people's lives. So if we're making an investment in Bihar or in UP, what difference will that make? What are the goods and services that are going to be produced? How many jobs is it going to create? What type of jobs it's going to be create?